Yeah, Nedum, it was the striking thing. What was it? Over 90% possession City had with the ball in the last 15 minutes of this tie, where you just feel that United were just looking up the scoreboard, waiting for it to end.
Yeah, I think that is right. I think we've seen times gone by where, say, a team will feel like they have a ton of possession, but very rarely have I seen a statistic come up where in 15 minutes you've had 92% of the ball. And I think just as a professional player, whether it's in a game, whether it's in training or anything like that, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be allowed to happen. And then when you bring in the context of the fact that it's a derby game, I think lots of United fans are furious because the derby itself isn't necessarily based along just playing nice football. It's based upon essentially fighting for your club in this game. And then if nice football comes, then that's a bonus, not an expectation. So for them to play the way that they did in the second half, obviously there's the other side of the coin where you give credit to City. But for United, you've got to ask so many questions, but they look like a side, for me, who don't have the belief in the system and in the people around them. It's fractured, and we've seen teams not as good on paper as Manchester United go to the Etihad and put on a better performance in 45 minutes than they did today. So you have to ask serious questions as to why that was the case. Because, again, we could talk about tactics and this, that and the other, but you still have 11 versus 11 in a derby game, which means everything to the fans of both clubs. And for me, it was weird to see. It was weird to see. I think this one, for me, feels bigger than, say, the 6-1 all those years ago. Because when you look back at that game, United still had a few chances. They're down to 10 men. There was a greater sense of adversity. But in this one, the adversity wasn't there. And it was just a case of they literally did not turn up in that second half. And that is as alarming as it comes, in my opinion.
I saw Fulham of the Championship, until it got a bit messy at the end, put up a better performance, in terms of giving City some problems. I saw Peterborough in the FA Cup give them some bigger problems. This United side, in my era of playing and covering the game, I've never seen a United side in that time throw the towel in as easy as this bunch. Think back to some recent games. Burnley, Southampton and Middlesbrough of the Championship, they were winning all those games, I believe. And those teams come out in the second half, gave them a bloody nose, and in some cases they folded. They completely folded. Whenever somebody, and now I know they weren't winning this game, but they got themselves back in this game. They were actually looking okay, as Frank said, for half an hour. It was kind of something different that Ranić did, and it was confusing City a little bit. And we saw Guardiola on the sidelines. He was getting animated. And he realised that, he's thinking, oh, not another one of these where they hit us on the counter, they're looking dangerous, Sancho in behind, Pogba dropping a little bit deeper and all this sort of stuff. But that just, I don't know what happened at half-time, but that just completely went out the window.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.